Hello, it's Bruce Profits back again with another trading day. Um, so I went for an early morning bike ride, and by the time I got back, when 9:30 hit, it hit 8:30's level. So I was unable to take that. That is the 8:30 level that we actually hit, right? That would have been a good trade off of 8:30, right? So right now, the only levels we have left are going to be there's a previous day high here, so we may sell off of that. We have these macro levels here. There was a buy off of that one. This one was untouched. So these are the current levels we're working with. And when this macro finishes, we'll have some more levels. Other than that, we have um we have London High right here, right? So that's London High. London High. We lock that. Lock London High. So we got London High right there. We got London Low down here. It's kind of off just based on this indicator. But that's London low down here, so just label that London low. London low. All right, well, that's London low. We got London low, London high. We got midnight open. So these are the areas we're looking at. We're looking at midnight open, London low, 8:30, London high as well. Previous day's high. Now previous day's low is down here as well. So potentially, if we are going to the downside, that could be a final target. But just some potential trades we may take. We can, if we fail to take this high, we can take the macro levels down to London low. So depending on how the macro shapes out, we may be able to use the bottom of the macro or the 50% levels to go lower towards 8:30, towards London high. Or if we just simply keep going up, we may be able to use previous day's high as a support level. So those are the majority of the thought process. It's not 10 o'clock yet. Let's just double check the news. So for news, we have 8:30 news USD that already occurred. And we have 10 o'clock orange folder and then 1 o'clock yellow folder. So for today, it's not really that much news. 10 o'clock orange folder. Let's see what happens. But haven't said anything about any fair value gaps or anything like that just yet. Um, we're focused more so on uh, let me see something. Yeah, let me pull up those levels just to see if we see any. So if we go to the 1 hour, kind of zoom out a little bit, what do we see? We see, so what do we see from yesterday? Um, Yesterday we swept these lows, took this high, retested, going up, right? Simple, higher time frame bias. So as far as fair value gaps, you could say there's an inverse gap here, which I believe that's where 8:30 was anyway, right? So then that inverse gap got used to send price up. So if we reverse to that, cool, maybe we will take a trade from there. But as far as like obvious 1 hour levels, I don't really see too many. Um, this was a fair value gap that sent price down previously, so my bet is that we're probably going to sweep the highs of it, get these equal highs. Uh, Hold on, let me try to make sure I can see the comments. If anybody's saying anything, I don't know. Give me one sec. So nobody's here at the current moment commenting. That's fine, but so for right now, like I said, we're locked in on potential sells above previous day's high. So what I'll do is I'll put an alert on that level, so I can just get to the price and hit right click and then put add alert. Um, Message previous day high. Look for shorts or longs. So create. So now we got a level where we're gonna get an indicator to tell us to do something if we get there. Then also if we get back down to the 830 region, 830 level, look for buys on second attempt. So I'm only going to be willing to take buys on the second push away from 830. The third and fourth I will not be. I missed the first. So we're going to zoom in a little bit. So on the 15-minute time frame, what we have is this bullish push up. Price came down to the 50% level within that inverse gap, turned around to go up, right? Then also what we have is extension levels that we're hitting. But we can take this Fibonacci off, and we're going to look to see if we're going to sweep the highs, like I said, for a potential trade. I want to see how that reacts at that level, but I do believe that we will be going back down potentially from previous day's high. It all does depend. Um, let's see. We already touched this fair value gap, so we might not even have to fill that level. We may simply just target uh, the first target will probably be like these lows. So the question is, if we did formulate a trade above previous day's high and we had a 5-point stop, if we targeted those levels, even if we targeted the low of that bearish candle here, still about 13 points. So we want to see it get above those levels, and then we will look on a lower time frame for a potential trade. But that's really it. We're waiting. We have the alerts. We didn't take the 830 trade. We didn't catch that other macro trade. So let's see if we can get a previous day high sell-off trade. Now it's Friday, so it may be TGIF returning to 30% of the weekly range, which we already hit technically on the pullback from yesterday, technically. So if we just shoot up to the highs and retrace back again, maybe that is TGIF hitting the 30% of the weekly range again. But we got to see if we'll even breach these previous day highs. Now I'm gonna take a look at MNQ on a different screen really quick, just to double check. So MNQ is seeking its highs. And what I might do is I might wait till MNQ actually starts selling from its previous day high before I do anything. Let me just show you guys on the screen. So this is MNQ. So with MNQ, we had a more harsh 830 retest, hit the midnight open. Then we had the second retest of 830 for the buys. And then right here is previous day's high, which we're targeting. These are the equal highs that have to be ran. So we may run all the way up here and then look to short, potentially. And if that's the case, it makes sense because this is all liquidity right here that we can target, right? So within the weekly range, if we go on like a weekly time frame, just to see the, excuse me, just to see the possible TGIF, we go from weekly high to weekly low, and it looks like we've already hit 30% of the weekly low. So that may be it. We may not hit it again, but it is Friday, so we may still hit it. We technically hit it the day before, right? So we're gonna zoom in, 5-minute time frame. Now I'm not trading MNQ. I'm just looking at it for confluence. I would like to see it fail in certain areas just to confirm we may be going certain directions. So ES, we're looking at ES. We're going back to ES. So ES, sweeping some equal lows right now. All right, now this might be a good area to buy based on a 1 minute fair value gap to target the previous day's highs. And it could be selling off. It could fail to take the previous day high as well. It doesn't have to. That is something to consider. You don't want to get too locked into it, having to sweep every single level, because it is hitting a higher time frame for a value gap that it can reverse from. But um, 10 o'clock just started, so let's see what we did. We just swept, let's say, the sell side at the highs right here, this equal highs right here, and then now we swept these. So there's no reason why we can't actually just go back up really quickly. Let me take a closer look to see if that's something I would take. The reason I wouldn't take it um, is because I don't have I do not have, let's see, I do not have a level to use. No alert was set off. So that's why that wouldn't be my ideal trade to just take the buys up. Um, but potentially I do think it will just shoot up. I think that it's going to trick sellers into joining the market. We're going to shoot up and then sell above the candle that induced the sellers potentially. Now it might not work out. It might just melt down, and if that happens, that's okay. But we're here just watching price action, paying attention. What's up? Hey, what's up, Lee? Appreciate you. What's up, Mr. Borex? You're right. I'm not gonna rush into it. I'm just gonna take my time and see what it presents. I appreciate you and the feedback. Let me see what we're looking at. See if we can get an 830 retest for a short-term buy. That's something that I most likely will pull the trigger on. Sweeping these equal lows right here in a fair value gap. So that could result in going up. Hmm. So what we want to be aware of is it's 10 o'clock. We're looking for a trade in this window. This is a fair value gap, but it's not at the level. London high and 830 low are right there to be touched. So there's a potential for them to be touched, and then I may enter based on those. So we're just going to be patient and see. MNQ's already pierced 830, and it's coming close to its midnight open as well. So MNQ might already be in a buy. Let's see if it takes London low on MNQ. ES, we hit London high or close to London high, but we haven't hit 830. Let's see if we hit 830. On the 1 minute time frame, as you can see, it's just one-sided price action. No specific entries on the 1 minute. 30-second, barely. 15-second, there's some pullback entries, but let's see if price is going to slow down to possibly give us an entry. Because we haven't hit 830. On MNQ, we reversed quickly off of midnight open, right? What are the levels? Looks like midnight open as well as the let's see here, the 30% level, the 30% weekly level. So we hit it and reversed on NQ, but on ES we didn't hit those other levels that I wanted, so I won't be participating. So there are some levels below 830, so I do want to see how we act once we cross 830. Um, I kind of want to get some price action to confirm buying it up. Now it doesn't have to hit our levels. That's just what I want. So I have to just be disciplined to not do anything otherwise. Let's see if we can get there. Let's see if we get the follow through to the downside. Uh, yep, it could get choppy. You're right. Yeah, 830. 830 definitely pushed it already. Let's see if it'll give us another opportunity to get it. I mean, also, if we're looking at it from a perspective of if we measure the whole range of the bearish push, let's just say it goes slightly under the equal lows, then for it to get back to like 50% would be over 5 points. Even if it got back to 25%, would be 10 points. So we're not gonna, shoot for the fences. We're just gonna look for the potential quick reversal. And if it just explodes past the level, we're not gonna do anything. Because MNQ might sweep all its equal lows, including London low. And I'm not sure if ES will do the same thing. But if NQ does that and then starts to reverse, I probably will buy up below 830 because that would be, below a good level to buy up. So let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see if it goes down to the level and then how we react when it does it. We're down below midnight open on MNQ, on MES. We're still above, we're below London high. We're above 830. We're midnight open and London low is really far away. So let me be careful just in case it decides to actually heavily pierce all of them and just melt off. Let's see. It's at the 830 level basically. Not gonna react until I see what MNQ is doing. Currently teetering below London low. Let's get that sweep, and then let's look for the buys up after the sweep. Let's see what we get. All right, we're crossing 830. Now we want to see us take the lows from 830, the other one that swept, and then possibly a bullish move back up. Now maybe some people could buy it right there, but I'm looking for it to sweep this other equal low right here, like in a turtle soup kind of fashion, especially with MNQ having just a little bit more room to get to the London low. Let's see if we get anything. Looking like we're on 830 level. Because if we do get a buy from down here, we can at least target these equal highs, and if we can get 5 points halfway to them. Now, if this is the 830 trade, I missed it. If this is it, I missed it. It looks like that's 5 points coming right there, 4 points right there already. But again, like I said, I wanted to get the equal lows of this ran. Now, it might not work, and that's fine. But buying there would have been a quick 4.5 points in the direction. Let's see. May have been asking for too much in terms of looking for it to actually sweep the lows, but um just based on the price action, I think that will give us the best stop loss. So that was the idea. Just wait until that occurs and then make a decision. See if we go back lower or no. So I probably missed it, the 5 points right there, right on 830. Um, let's see if it gives us a retest. If not, probably done. Let's see. May have been asking for a little bit too much. Should have just took the rejection trade, but hey, it is what it is. When I see the levels, how it looked, I assumed it would sweep it, so I wanted to see the full sweep before I reversed into it or before I bought into it. Let's see if we still get the sweep and then back the other way. What would be great is if we just take off and then I never get an entry just to say, oh yeah, 830 works great, but you missed it. But the 5 points could have been gotten if I took the initial buy at the 830 level. Was a little bit hesitant because I wanted to see MNQ sweep London low because I felt like we were so close, and it might happen. So let me just wait. All right, let's see. Let's see if we get an opportunity. Let's see if it goes through. That might be it. It might actually just take off because it's done like some shallow retests. That might be it. Let's see if it'll actually take us lower, but not dramatically. If we go dramatically lower, I'm not interested. If we shoot past this fake stop, like shoot past it, I'm not interested. But if we come down here and struggle, then I'll start to try to create a trade. Because what's happening is I would assume that these equal highs, well, um, that these equal highs right here, all this highs, I assume that we're gonna come back to take those, based on 830 level. So I want to see it sweep it, and then and NQ is close to sweeping London low. So I'd rather just let NQ sweep London low, and then I'll make a buy decision just based on a full sweep on both on both instruments. Now that could have been a potential buy again if it was just strictly buy off 830, but at this point I'm expecting it to sweep and then go higher. And I it might be over, to be honest. We're gonna see. Yeah, that would have been 5 points if I just took the actual 830 trade. Let's see if we can just get something else. Uh, 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 let's see. Like if ES stays here, kind of struggles here, because NQ is going down. So if ES kind of stays here, sweeps this low a little bit, and NQ just hits the spot and reverses, then I'll be super interested in the buys. It could just be selling off too, just based on TGIF back to the 0.3, 0.5 of the week. Um, but like I said, I want to see a sweep kind of vibe before I even put in a buy, but looks like the buy would have worked again if I put it from 830 potentially. Let's see. Let's see. Still haven't swept NQ London low, so I'm just hesitant because of that. 'Cause if that just melts to the low, then I don't want to be in a buy at that time. Now ES, just reanalyzing it again. Still think that we're in a good position to potentially buy coming up based on us. Now we're in a discount, right? We're in a deeper discount. See if it melts off or it just stops. Did NQ hit? Okay, NQ hit London low. So I think what I'm gonna do here is wait till this closure and then possibly buy. Because NQ hit London low. We swept. I might just leave that out. Might just stay off that. Let me erase all this real quick. Okay. So we swept these lows. And then NQ is currently under midnight open. So it looks like we may have just had a retest off 830 to sell off. Because NQ is now piercing below London. Let's see. Yeah, that's not looking good. Sells off 830 would have 8. Sells off London high would have 8. But the buys, where would buys come in? We're close to midnight open now, so maybe midnight open is going to be a support point. I mean, I haven't put on any risk, so it's not like I lost any money. The 5-point trade off of 830 would have worked, but it would have been very tight. Let me see. Let's see. Remember, I said that second retest would have did something. That third retest never amounted to shit. So two strikes and that's it. No 3 strikes. They're already out by then. But let's see what we're gonna do. If we're just heading into a full bearish day and we don't stop, I'll just leave it alone. But I have a feeling that we will have a retracement. And feeling doesn't even make sense because what levels are we looking at? We're touching midnight open now. What's gonna stop MNQ? We're already under London low. We're targeting previous day's low there, so not sure what's gonna stop it. I think we ran from previous day high to, oh no, that's London low here. So previous day low is all the way down here. Maybe we can sell here and take it to previous day's low because we're at midnight open. But don't really like that. Don't really like that. Don't like that. Because NQ's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. So just taking a random buy is not going to make any sense. I mean, it is midnight open. But look, it's just surging off it. Selling off it would make more sense, considering that NQ is just in a free fall. I think I'm just gonna enter shorts. Shorts. We're in shorts, buddy. We're in shorts. Let's see if we can get 5 points off a short. Off from midnight open. I entered a little bit below it, but we're in shorts. I feel like NQ doesn't have anything to slow it down, and then ES, there's target levels right there. So we have a level of midnight open. Let's use that as that's our anchor point. It might not work, it might just reverse, but based on the market being in a short pattern, using midnight open to secure the basis of the entry. So let's see if the shorts will work or if that's just going to be a reversal as soon as we enter short. We're going to find out. But we're at midnight open. Oh dang, maybe I should have bought. Let's see. Damn, why didn't I have a short bias before? First retest of the midnight open is going long, of course, my dumbass. Oh, got stopped on that. Got stopped. Got stopped on that. Am I stopped here? Oh, that hurts. All right, so we'll leave it alone for now. We should have just took the long off it, but we wanted to take the short because I thought we were reversing. Let's see. I'm not gonna read no more. I appreciate you guys though. I'm not gonna answer your call, bro. All right, let's see. Let's see. That buy would have been clutch, but I changed my bias too late. It's all right. Oh, is this still open? Yeah, that sucked because it made sense. All right, the trade made sense, but or the buys that I thought before I should have went with them because it was at a level, but I didn't. Let's see if what are we gonna get? Let's see what we got here. Probably buys here. We'll do some buys here. Let's see if this works. If we lose this, we'll just close it up. Let's see if we get the buys up. Damn, I think I folded too much. I might have folded. Yeah, it looks like NQ is finding sell support. Let's see if this ES will find bullish support and go up. Try to see if it'll go up. Damn. I see what I did wrong. Kind of very upsetting. It's the same dumb thing as 830. An immediate rejection. Then I'm trying to get the second rejection. Let's see if this goes. Let's close and call it for the day. See if we can get to push higher. Put buy limits here. Or buy stops. Buy stop. Let's see if we go up. It's obviously not going my way. Just close it. NQ is not doing something nice. I don't like how NQ looks. ES, we're barely above midnight open. We're just teetering above it. I'm expecting this fair value gap to hold us up, to push us up. But there's another one that's sending us down. Um, will we invert it? I'm hoping we invert it really quick. Trying to see if we'll invert it really quick. Yeah, that's probably it. I don't. Come on. Shoot up. Probably should have just took that first rejection off 8:30 or midnight open. Key lesson today's stream is take that first rejection. Don't wait for the second one. Would have already had my 5 points. I tried to take the short on it, which was dumb. Let's see if we'll just shoot up, clear the highs of it. Yeah, just close it. It should not. It doesn't make any sense. Because now it's touching midnight open. It's gonna have to sweep the whole shit to even to shoot up. So you could just close it. If it fails to stay above this level real quick, close it. What's NQ doing? NQ kind of looks like it's going bullish a little bit. I need it to go up though. I got trapped in there. I wasn't thinking. The buy is what I wanted, but I wouldn't take the first rejection. So then now I'm trying to take second rejections or fair value gap entries off of them. Come on, just shoot up and vindicate me really quick. Is it gonna shoot up? Come on. What's NQ doing? NQ might be getting above previous days or midnight open. I mean London low. So that might be a good sign. But if it rejects off it, then this trade is dead. That's what it's holding on to right now. This trade is holding on to. If it rejects off of the the London low that is on NQ. So let's see if we're gonna go up. Taking the equal highs of this. Can we go a bit higher? Shit. Can we go higher? Fuck, come on. Damn it. Damn it. Let me see. Come on, NQ, go higher. Get above the level. Come on, get above the level. All right, we're kind of above the level. Stay above the level. Stay above the level. Come on. Stay above the level. Stay above the level. Come on. Stay above the level. Shoot up to the 50%, 30% of this range. Come on. I might have to just mitigate the drawdown. Let's see. Ugh. We're above it. We're above it on MNQ. Can we stay above it? Can we get back to the equal highs that are on MNQ? That'll be a good sign for ES. Let's see. Okay, it's going. It's going. It's going. I might partial out. All right, it took me one out. Let's trail it. Let's trail it. Let's trail it. Let's trail it. Sell by market. Wait, what's happening? It's shooting up. I think I'm gonna flatten it. Flatten, flatten. I didn't trail it. I just closed it. Close. Ah, mitigation, my boys. Mitigation. 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 We did that, guys. We made that happen. And we put a profit in the account. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna hop off the live. I'm about to call Lee. Mac, I appreciate you pulling up. Fuck PM session. I survived this. I mitigated the drawdown. I'm not doing anything else. This shit done. I had a good bike ride earlier. I'm in profit now. I don't even want to give away the profit on for the weekend just cause. Nah, screw that. I'm done. I misstepped twice already. So I'm fucking done. But I appreciate y'all boys. We did that. Back next week.